is Lee H. Tomey.
I'm Andrea Chaka.
Thank you for listening to Anxiety Twins. If you got it this far in the podcast, please don't forget to like and subscribe and follow us.
Started. What do you mean this far?
Well, people turn off like immediately. As soon as they see me, they're like, "Oh, let's get out of here."
This is Lee H. Tillman. Nope.
I don't like H's.
No, it ain't.
No one with an H in it. Mm-hmm. But yeah, this is Anxiety Twins. Thanks for listening.
You're in our kitchen today.
Yes, we're in the kitchen today.
Where I belong.
Sometimes
it's my home.
I didn't say
domain.
That. I didn't say that.
It's me right here.
But that's how she feels.
I think I'm probably attracting the wrong kind of crowd.
Yeah. So this weekend, I did a show at a casino, and it was
far away.
It was far away. It was a little north of. It was in Arlington, Washington, which is about an hour and a half north of Seattle. I guess I could say the name of the casino, Angel of the Winds. It's a very nice casino.
Shout out Angels.
Shout out Angels of the Winds Casino. Very nice casino. But they have like this.
Like Trump's very beautiful.
It's a beautiful casino. Everyone's always talking about it. No, it's a nice casino. But they have like the weirdest setup of like any casino that I performed in. And it's this open room. Like it's not separate from the rest of the casino. So it's open. There's like if you're on stage, to the right of you, there is a kind of partition wall that separates, but it's only like 6 feet high. So you can see over it and you can hear.
It's like a bathroom stall.
Yeah. And you can hear.
You can see their feet too.
Yeah. You can hear all of the machines going off and everything. And then to the right of you is the bar. And then behind the crowd is a bowling alley. And this is all just completely open. So it's a very weird setup. But
did you do some bowling after your set?
I didn't. They didn't give us like free like bowling tickets or anything.
You didn't bring your bowling shoes.
Didn't bring my bowling shoes at all. So I assume they got to have them there. But yeah, it was already set up to not be a great show. Just that room itself is not. But then also, I've done that casino before, and it was like decent size. Like it's never. I mean, I've only done it once before, but it was like maybe 30, 40 people the first time I did it, which is like not amazing, but whatever. This time there were 8 people in the crowd.
It's a lucky number.
Yeah, 8 people, and it was 4 couples. They came in. And I guess I'm lucky that they weren't like just a group of 8 people, because if one of them walks out, then everybody leaves. If one person.
Did you do all your couple materials?
Yeah, I did all my couple material, all my family material.
Yeah, all my wife.
Yeah, my wife. Can you believe it?
So annoying.
Yeah, so I did that. And I worked with the headliner of that show was a comedian that I've worked with before, and I like him. He's a nice guy. He's a very like jovial guy. He's also I don't want to say this in like a pejorative term. He is funny, but he's a road comic. Because I know him, I know he didn't mean this in a condescending way, but I did my set in front of, the 8 people that were there. And it wasn't bad. Like it went fine. I would say
for 8 people.
Yeah. For 8 people, I'd say they laughed at every 3rd joke and every 9th joke got like a belly laugh.
What did he say?
I went up and I did my material, and he was doing more crowd work. He was like, when you've been doing this long enough, you can, step outside of your material and do other things, and you'll be able to, get laughs or whatever. I was like, all right, man. Well, I have no real desire to do what he just did. Like, I'm not that interested in that. And also, like, it wasn't like I completely bombed. They did laugh at certain jokes. They were there for it, but I have no desire to like. And also, and another thing, like, I'm the feature, he's the headliner. If I'm doing 30 minutes, if I'm doing all crowd work and he goes up talking to 8 people, who is he going to talk to? He's going to end up, hey, where are you from? Oh, the last guy just asked me that. So it's not going to work as the feature. That's
There's
kind of
only 8 people.
Yeah, the feature as the feature. That's kind of your job, is to set up.
And everybody's
the
from
headliner.
Washington.
Yeah,
because who travels to go to Angels of the Winds?
Yeah.
Like, I'm from Switzerland. I
So-
just stopped here at this really fancy place.
yeah. So that was just like a weird, like, I don't think he meant it in that way to be condescending, because I know the guy. I've met him. I've worked with him before, but it did, like, that's what it came off as.
We did Don't Tell last night.
The don't tells are generally, not all of them, but generally great shows.
Mhm.
They get tons of people they get, like, the last show last night was like 95 people.
Yeah.
And if you don't know what Don't Tell is, it is a show where it's a pop-up show, and they don't tell you where the show is until the day of the show.
Mhm.
And I'm not sure 100% how they do it. I don't know if they, like, email people. I don't know how they get people to know about the show or figure it out, but
Oh, like, as far as, like, how to buy tickets?
how do they let people know that Don't Tell is a thing? Like, I'm a comic, I know what Don't Tell is, but if
Yeah.
you're just a person,
Yeah, I'm not sure
Yeah, how do
where
you
they
know that?
advertise themselves. Like, it started a little bit smaller, and now
Mm-hmm.
the bigger Don't Tells, like in LA and stuff,
yeah,
will have them be recorded, and it's like it's like the new Comedy Central, and almost.
yeah, it's
But
a new
then-
late night.
But then every like subcategory of city, like even like by as small as county, has its own Don't Tell producer.
Yeah, you're doing Corvallis tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm
Don't
doing
Tell.
tonight.
Oh, tonight, yeah.
That was
You're doing-
yesterday
Yeah.
that you were thinking about tomorrow. Yeah, so I'm doing Corvallis. I've done Independence, Oregon,
Mhm.
and what's the other one out there? Corvallis, Independence, Eugene. There's
You done Eugene too?
There's another small town in that area.
Yeah.
That's the same producer, because it's like, honestly, it's the same place technically. But I guess what I was saying is, like, all these small producers in their small towns have their own shows as well, but Don't Tell really, like, supports the marketing. So a lot of people come to Don't Tell shows versus like a random flyer for a show that it's not very, like, clear what it is.
Yeah.
And Don't Tell is just more known. I don't know how people come
Yeah, I don't
across
know
it,
how-
but it's expensive. Those are expensive tickets.
Yeah. And also,
love
like,
it.
I've met the guys that started Don't Tell. And they were just like this. It was right when YouTube Shorts came out, like when they first started doing that, and they just needed content.
When was that?
Like a few years ago. Like, it's not even. I want to feel.
Pretty recent.
I feel like it's post COVID. I feel like it's.
It had to be post TikTok, because that's what they were copying.
Yeah. But yeah, definitely.
Post like peak TikTok.
Definitely. But like whenever it was when YouTube was trying to, copy.
Yeah, maybe like 2022.
Yeah. So they just happened to just sign up for that at the right time. They posted, they put up their own money and, like, shot like a really nice show that was well lit and the sound was good and everything. And they just were like, what would we do if we, like, chop this up and put it up on YouTube? And they did that, and it just exploded like that. I don't want to say they just got lucky. They put a lot of work into
But
it.
it was good timing.
But it was just really great timing, and it just worked out. And now it's kind of, in my opinion, like, it's the new late night. Like, if you do a Don't Tell, that's kind of the thing that's going to get you to the next level. Like, whereas
People still do late night too, though, right?
yeah, but like no one's watching it, and like no one's really thinking about,
Yeah. I
if,
feel like you actually know, like, the ins and outs of all this stuff. I get really caught up on my own material and my own world, and then I, like, forget about the bigger picture. I'm just, like, thinking about jokes, I guess.
But yeah, if that's one of the things, it's one of the few places where, you can do a stand-up set and, millions of people will see you. That's not necessarily true with a late night set.
Yeah.
Like, not anymore. It used to be that's the only way to do it, was you do,
Does late night? Oh, my leg fell asleep. Does late night post?
I mean,
topics that are up there?
they have to. I
Or
feel
they
like
only do them on the show, because nobody watches
Yeah.
the full length of the show.
I feel like they have to.
Maybe
but
not nobody, but
I don't think I've ever even come across. I mean, have you come across like somebody on Jimmy Kimmel doing a late night set on Instagram or TikTok. I've honestly never even come across it.
Now we have to look it up.
But now, but I see Don't Tells all the time.
Yeah.
So I don't know. But we personally know, Susan Rice, who she did a Don't Tell, and she was working hard for decades, and she did a Don't Tell, and now she's blowing up now.
Yeah.
And we know, a handful of other people that have done it, and it's one of the places where you can go, you do that, and now you can sell tickets in other places because people know who you are, and which is crazy.
Well, and that's kind of what Don't Tell does for us as like just people who are in a Don't Tell show, just because it has the name now.
Yeah.
They're like, let's go to that. I saw a good clip of that same name on the internet.
Yeah, and now
that's probably how they get there.
Yeah, that's I guess that's how they get people.
$30 a ticket doesn't seem like a lot when you saw like a really good clip online of somebody who is now somebody or something.
So it's cool. Yeah, so Don't Tells are usually like they're really fun. Like I've done a handful of them. They're always like in weird places. Like last night we did it at a guitar shop, not Guitar Center, because I don't want to confuse the two.
What is that?
Guitar Center is the name of a business.
Oh, it's a particular one. No, this one is 5 Stars Guitar.
5-star Guitar.
There, I give him a
Beaverton. Yeah, there you go.
Shout out even.
Shout out.
Nobody's watching.
Yeah. And yeah, they're generally fun show. I've done.
There's a fuck ton of guitars there.
Yeah.
That's a scientific number. I started counting and I was like, nope, fuck ton. That's what we're going
Yeah,
with.
it's funny because like most of the time.
How do they keep so many guitars on stock?
When you go to a general like music store, it's a lot of different instruments.
Right.
Like there it is just guitars.
A ton. Somebody has to have the job of like dusting them all.
Yeah.
That was what I was thinking when we were there. I was
Is it like you don't think about, oh wow, the music that this would make.
No, I was like,
how amazing.
These motherfuckers must get dusty. There's like 6 rows. Who's gonna get up there? And then they also had like the place was already pretty big because it seated 96 people. Plus there was still like the other half of the store was free.
Yeah.
And then the comics were back here. And then they had like storage in the back. And I was like, what are you storing back there?
More
There's
guitars.
already a fuck ton of guitars out here.
More guitars.
I should have just gone back there. What if there's a pianos? Posers. We've done well, you did a shoe store. You did a Don't Tell at a shoe
store. I did one.
I did a gym where the floor was bouncy.
Nice.
I wore high heels and then you get on the mat and I'm like, whoa.
I did one. The only one I've done in another state, I did Philadelphia Don't Tell. And that one was in like one of those dance studios where you learn to be a stripper.
So there was poles everywhere?
Yeah, there's just poles everywhere. I'm
sure every comic made a joke about that.
No one made it.
Climbing the poles, licking them, getting weirdly close to them.
Yeah.
Everybody had to mention it. I mean, we all mentioned the guitars. Like, it's impossible. They're right there. And then sometimes they also do them at normal places. Like I did one at a winery, and you did one at a bar.
Yeah.
It's just like, I mean, it's a Don't Tell, but I like it better when it's like, why are we here?
Yeah.
This is ridiculous.
The very first one I did was at the abandoned mall.
Lloyd Center?
Lloyd Center.
But that's not abandoned.
Well,
Lloyd Center
it is 80%
surviving. Okay?
It's 80%.
You can rent a small mechanical pony and ride it around. If that's not a working business, then I don't know what is.
Yeah.
It was ice skating rink.
It was a former the DMV. That's where I was.
Oh, that sounds amazing. I would do that.
It was a DMV.
Yeah, the whole time you're like, you don't have enough paperwork. I need a copy of this.
Yeah.
You're just yelling that at people.
So Don't Tell was
proof
fun.
of address.
You have no idea where the Corvallis one is, though, right?
No, she told me already.
Oh, you already know, but I mean, by the time this is out, it'll.
Yeah, I'm not supposed to tell, but
I
What the
mean,
hell?
by the time you
What
do
the
it,
hell?
it'll already be out. So who cares? That's right. We're telling it. We're
I never
telling where the show
know
is.
where I'm going, even when it's a show that is like always at the same place at the last minute. I'm like, wait, so where is it?
Yep.
It's not like I wasn't gonna go.
Yeah, I have to put that information in my
Is it
calendar.
Oddfellows Hall?
Oddfellows Hall.
I don't know what that means.
Well, I mean, sounds odd.
I don't know. It sounds like it's
Maybe
gonna
it's
be
a weird.
normal place.
It's a weird gentleman's club.
Ooh.
I'm doing a a Portland Comic Con show,
Yeah.
which is going to be something. We'll see how that
Where
goes.
is that?
It's in the convention center.
Yeah.
Portland
That's the
Convention
only
Center.
way you can do something like that.
Yeah, but like it's one of those things where there's so many other, it's a convention, so there's so many other things to do there during our show, and it's going to be people that want to see like sci-fi stuff. That's why you go there.
Yeah.
So would you want to come see stand-up comedy? I don't
What
know.
are you gonna wear?
I'm going to dress up as Boba Fett.
I was gonna suggest R2D2.
I'm too tall.
What about the other golden one from Star Wars?
CP. I'm gonna get someone upset. CP3PO.
Maybe.
But that is the short one. Oh shoot, forget it. Never mind. I'm not getting into Star Wars. I'm not getting into Star Wars lore.
People are not gonna like you at this
they're
event.
not gonna like that. I'm not.
They're gonna be like, you're saying it all wrong.
I'm just gonna go up and just ask people like what Star Wars person they are, no matter what it is, no matter how they're dressed. I'm gonna be like, what? Oh, is that Han Solo?
Star Wars, huh?
Yeah.
Peppa Pig.
I'm gonna confuse Star Wars with Star Trek the whole time.
Oh,
so you're. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna go there and be like, I don't
care about Star Wars, but I do want to cover you in golden paper. Get like little pieces of golden paper and then just stick them to you, then brush them on. It's gonna take days. We gotta start ready now. Actually.
Yeah, we should do that right now. We
don't have that kind of time.
Is this for the festival?
For the Comic-Con.
For the Comic-Con, you're gonna cover me in gold. And
well, you have competition, right? Yeah. There's other things going on.
And I got to make sure people come to the show.
You got to bring it.
Yeah, I gotta be out here with my
wear a tiny hat.
All right, I don't know
glasses, rollerblades.
Okay, all right.
Cinderella hoop skirt. I can see it now.
Yeah. Okay.
Clown nose. Lots of earrings.
All right, sounds good.
I think we got it.
Yeah. And then the day after that, I'm doing a show in Tacoma at a festival.
This is September.
It's like an outside yeah. Outside festival. So it's going to be like two very different groups of people, 2 days. It's going to be interesting.
And you're just going to be yourself.
Yeah, of course.
Sometimes I kind of try to change my set to fit the crowd, and then I'm like, well, that was a mistake.
Well, the show that I'm doing for Comic-Con is Naughty but Nerdy. So there's this comic that we know that has a robot that does stand-up comedy.
Yeah.
So I guess like that's that's the selling point. Like if you want to see a robot tell jokes,
yeah,
I mean, come to our show.
She's naughty. The robot is nerdy. It's the other way around.
I don't know. Who knows? You got to come to the show and find out.
Yeah.
So, yeah. What else do we want to talk about? Anything interesting we're watching?
What was I telling you earlier that we should watch?
Did you? Mr. and Mrs. Smith, but we haven't watched it yet.
Well, have you ever seen it?
I've never seen it. But you're talking about the movie, not the TV show.
There's a TV show?
Yeah, there's a TV show with Donald Glover, and I can't think of the woman, but yeah.
When was that?
I mean, I don't know. I mean, it's recent, like within the past few years. I don't know if it's still going on right now, but yeah, it's recent. Mr. and Mrs. Smith. I've never seen it. You've never seen the movie?
I've seen it.
Oh, you have seen it.
And I was remembering about it because I saw that Brad Pitt did an interview because he and Angelina Jolie got separated a long time ago already. Like it's been a while, but they've been fighting, and then the kids took her side. And then he went on a podcast and tried to make people feel bad for him because he was an alcoholic, I guess. And so he's recovering. And it was like this whole thing. And everybody's talking about Mr. and Mrs. Smith because that's how they met. So it was like back to like when this is like the classic, like it's like the Free Britney, like it's been however many years since then. So now they're like, we should have never taken Angelina Jolie's side, and Jennifer Aniston was like, whatever. Like now the narrative is changing, but it made me remember that movie. And then I remember when I first saw it, like I was probably too young to be watching that, and I wasn't like weirded out at all. I like now that I'm older, I'm like the gender dynamics in that movie were really fucked up because the plot is that they're both spies and they lie to each other about being spies. So when they find out that they're both spies, they're like start literally trying to kill each other. But also before that, like when they were succeeding at having a relationship and being spies and having like their cover jobs, she was like working as a spy and then pretending to work for an organization and then also like keeping house and making dinner and like an ongoing thing in the show, in the movie, is that dinner's at 7. Like she makes dinner and it's always at 7. It's always ready at 7. And he is also working as a spy and is also pretending to work for this like construction company or something. But he doesn't do anything at home. So he just shows up and is like, the whole thing now that I'm thinking is like, how was she supposed to be a good spy and also somehow be at home all the time? Like that wasn't even the problem. She was balancing all that. Like at one point she's balancing on the 4 legs of a chair or just on one leg of a chair because she's trying to fix the curtains, and she's like the perfect woman so she can literally balance herself on the one leg of a chair, fix the curtains, cook dinner, be a spy, pretend to job at this other company. And then when he comes home, she's like, ta-da, like everything. And then he like accidentally drops a bottle of wine and she like catches it before it falls. And I feel like this whole like putting her in this light where she's like the perfect woman is kind of like what worked in their favor as a new couple, because everybody was like, oh, Angelina Jolie is just like perfect in every way, even though, I mean, that's her character and we know that, but I don't know. I was just thinking about that now that I'm like, how the fuck were you doing everything? Supposedly, like, yeah, they have money and they have like their staff at their pretend job that's helping them do the other thing, but still she's always doing like 40% more than he's doing, and somehow that's realistic. Not even the point of the movie. Like that's not even like, that's impressive. They're just like, well, she's gonna do that obviously, and then he's gonna do nothing, and then he's like upset that she's a spy. Like you should be impressed. You should be like, how have you been managing to do all? I thought you had like a dinky little job with like girl hours where you like go to brunch and don't even manage to get anything done at the end of the day. You're like somehow stealing my spy jobs and killing the guys that I was supposed to be killing right from under my nose and making dinner by 7. That's insane. Like that should be like, you know what?
That's impressive.
You should keep my jobs. You should have. Apparently I'm useless.
So did you like the movie?
I don't know. I think it was more like I was fascinated by it because it's so aggressive, and I don't usually like.
Did you watch it because it had them in it?
No, I was a kid. I didn't know who they were. I wasn't. I don't know. I think it was just like it came out on DVD. We had it for some reason, so it was like one of the movies that's like in my like I don't know, young memory.
Yeah. So I mean, we can watch the movie and then start watching the TV show. See how that goes.
So the TV show is older than the movie. It's younger.
No, it came like this. It just came out a few years ago. It just came out a few years ago. Yeah.
Oh, I saw nothing about that.
Yeah, it exists.
Well, we gotta watch The Devil Wears Prada 2, Freakier Friday.
Okay.
Why is everything a remake? The Mr. and Mrs. Smith. Now it's the show. You said Cake Pop Demon Hunters is going to have a part 2 and a miniseries?
What kind of Demon Hunters?
Cake Pop.
One more time.
K-pop. You're so mean.
K-pop.
That's what I said. K-pop.
You said cake pop. Have you heard about the movie Black Book?
No.
So it is also a movie where there's two people that are spies. It's a new movie, just came out. Both people are spies, but they know that they're spies. I believe. I haven't seen it, but they know they're spies. But then, like the guy finds out that someone is a mole and it's like infiltrated. They're giving information away, and they think it may be his wife. So he has to like figure out whether or not he trusts this woman anymore.
That it's not her,
or see if it is or if it isn't.
Oh, he's
like
still
he doesn't know.
See, red flag. If you ever even for a second consider that your wife may be the mole, then it doesn't matter. This relationship is trash now. If you can trust her enough to be like, no, then that says something. I should be a couples therapist.
Yeah, that's a deal breaker, ladies.
That's a deal breaker. Everything is a red flag.
So it is Donald Glover.
I don't know who that is. I need a picture
Maya.
of his face.
That's very racist for you to not know who Donald Glover is.
Oh, yeah.
And because you watch Community, right?
Yeah.
And you have no idea who Donald Glover is. And Maya.
His name is Troy.
Okay. I'm sorry, Troy. And Maya Erskine.
Okay.
You know who that is?
Nope.
Okay. Well, both of them.
Is that also racist?
Yes. Both of them. And if you don't like the TV show, you're racist because they're black and Asian.
Because I watched the
you watched the movie and you were like, yeah. So yeah, Mr. and Mrs. Smith. It looks like it's only one season. 2024 to present. So it's still going on. Oh. It's on Amazon Prime.
Wow.
So yeah.
Guess we have to get Amazon Prime now. Damn it. I don't want to give Jeff Bezos any money, but also all the shows are on there.
I mean, I'm sure there may be another place
Apple.
to get it. Yeah. Usually if there's something on...
We can download it on LimeWire.
There we go. We can go back in time.
Yeah.
And just use the time machine that we have
and then
over there and then...
Forward again.
Yeah. So there we go. Because at that time they didn't have it. So wow, that's a big time loop.
I actually am... like really impressed with my young self. Like, how did I download stuff from LimeWire? How did I even know how to do that?
How do you not know how to do it? I feel like everyone just kind of...
I feel like everybody was doing it, but also, like, when I think about the technology that I had access to at the time, I'm like, how... The internet was connected to my... Like, the physical cable was connected to my computer. How was I managing to download and then, like, burn a CD?
And you're impressed by...
I'm impressed. Now I'm like, it's too hard. I'll just pay for Amazon or whatever it is.
I feel like...
Too much work.
Did you ever see that video of... I mean, I'm sure like there's a bunch of videos like this where like a parent gives their kid like older technology or technology that they grew up... Like this mother gave her daughter a cassette and just asked her, what do you think you do with this?
What is that?
Like, okay, this... You play music using this thing, and she
they already told her.
Yeah, they told her what it is. She knows what it is. She's like, see if you can play it, and she couldn't figure out like where to put it or like she was like she's like
crying on the floor. It's like, does it have Bluetooth? Is it Bluetooth?
Yeah, she couldn't figure out how to like put the thing in the other thing. It's kind of funny at first, but then the longer you watch it, I'm like, oh my God, how do you not
just do it?
Like really, like the disconnect between the two things is fascinating. But yeah, I'm sure there's probably a lot of videos like that.
So are you saying I knew how to download music because I was first introduced to a floppy disk and then worked my way up to an MP3 player?
I mean, you give a kid a floppy disk now, they're like, I don't know what.
Well, you also need the whole infrastructure. You can just give a kid a floppy disk and be like, "What is this?"
They wouldn't
decor. Just hang it on the wall.
Yeah. Is the save on things like if you push to save something? It used to be an image of a floppy disk. And like I know, and if it did change, it just changed recently. But I feel like for decades, people were like, "What is that?" Like, there had to be a generation of people who were like, "I don't even know what that thing is."
Well, I think the thing now is that kids don't even consider that things are not saved automatically. Now it's just like you're doing it and it's being saved. That you've never experienced the struggle of being like, everything I just did like disappeared because my computer died and I forgot to hit save.
Yeah, I was watching this video of like this kid that wanted to ask someone from a older generation. He was just asking a question like, how did you, like, if a song came out, like, how did you figure out, you know,
do you like it?
How did everybody listen to it at the same time? Like, how did you get that information? Like, how, like, if this song was popping right now. I don't know. It's like the idea of not having it instantly. It's like not everyone got it at the same time. And that wasn't the point. The point wasn't that everybody gets it at one point. It's just that you can have access, like you can hear it. Like, I don't know. The answer is you just listen to the radio, you watch the TV, and eventually you wait for the music video to come on and you're like, oh, that's the thing that people were talking about. And he just like couldn't comprehend the idea, like not everyone having it at the same time. Like not being able to,
or the radio person saying like that was this and that and the other, so you can be like, oh, that's what that was, because it was later that the little thing was showing what it is. So you just had to wait until it was over to figure out what that was. If you liked it, you're like, try to remember. Yeah.
Just the idea of not having all the information for you right there. I feel
like I have more experience with like all of the analog stuff because Mexico is always behind in technology. So like I had a cassette player until I was like 10 or 11, and then that turned into one of those like hybrid ones that had a cassette and a CD player in the same one, and you can still listen to the radio. So it was like all at the same time, but like realistically you just wanted to get CDs because that was what was new.
I used to have cassettes and then I got rid of them. And now I kind of regret it because like now if I had certain cassettes, they'd be worth like a lot, or just like the idea of just like having it is like special. We used to have like a
wooden box with little slots for them at the house and like you put them in. I don't know where all that is.
I mean,
or I can even remember my friends calling the radio, like sitting around and being like, now you can call it, and everybody was like, I want to see if they can answer me.
There was I got rid of cassettes around about the time. This is what I wanted to say was this, like record sales. Like we always compare like record sales, like they've gone down since like the 90s, and you know people stopped buying and stuff. But part of the reason why those record sales were so high was because people got rid of their cassettes and bought CDs. Like they already had it.
Oh, like during that time.
Yeah. It was a time when people were changing from one thing to another, so they bought the same thing twice. So those, they're not fraudulent, but you know, you can't really count those because it was people were getting rid of their cassettes or not listening to vinyl anymore. They were like, oh, there's this new technology, there's a CD, so they bought everything on CD. So you can't really compare those numbers.
Having like duplicates of the stuff.
You don't actually use. You can't really compare those two numbers. It doesn't make sense.
Well, it's like we were saying earlier, the records that they now print in different colors or whatever. Like, so that's kind of like the same thing. They're like, if you really like this, you could have it twice. And then that counts.
If you want it in every color, if you want the new Taylor Swift in 4 different colors,
it's not a dress. They're like, I want this in every color. It doesn't.
Yeah, that's a pretty insane collector. But the thing is that like in, 20, 30, 40 years, if you have all 4 of those, it'll probably be worth something.
Yeah, someday.
Because
you have to have all of them.
Yeah, if you have all of them, yeah, that became like collectors. They just like, there became a point where you just bought stuff just to buy it, just because they were told, oh, if you buy this toy, in 20 years, it'll be worth something. And like, that's the reason why a bunch of people collect, Star Wars memorabilia and all this stuff.
They make that joke in Sabrina the Teenage Witch, the best show to ever be written.
What's the joke?
Well, like at one point, Sabrina's like, wait, you're like hundreds of years. How are you survive like financially? And they're like, oh, we figured out the way to do it is just buy stuff and hold onto it. and then eventually, because they're so old, like they know they're gonna live for a long time, eventually it'll be worth it and something, and then they sell it. That's how they keep their Victorian house running.
Do witches not die?
They do, but they just have a much longer lifespan, apparently.
What do we think? What are we talking? 500, 600 years?
Their ants are supposed to be like 400 years already.
400 years old. And they don't seem like they're anywhere close to dying.
And there's like witches that look old, which must be like 1,000 years. And then at one point her grandma visits and she's like, wait, I thought you were dead. And she was like, no, witches just have a will already made and dispersed because we live for so long that we'll probably go through a few of them. But her grandma looks old, which means that she must be like 2,000 years old.
Is that a thing? Because I've never heard that. Like, is that lore?
That world.
Yeah, outside. Like, I've never heard the thing that like witches live.
Well, because they called regular people mortals, so I guess that means that they're immortal in comparison.
Yeah, I guess so.
They don't go into like. They never say they don't die, but like grandma's still alive somehow. But also she assumed she was dead, so maybe they could die. I don't know.
Yeah, I guess it's weird because like witches are one of the few things that like you can be a witch. Like Wiccan is a real thing. It's a religion. You can be. So it's not like being a werewolf where like, no, you're not a werewolf or a zombie or something. That. I mean, not like
to a full moon.
Yeah.
There's a full moon last night, I think.
And what happened?
Just daytime. Came around.
Yeah, you just fell asleep, woke up, daytime.
Oh, what? And it's over now.
So, like the lore of witches, I've never really thought about.
And if they...
Like, why would they be so old?
When they were like, oh, she's a witch, we have to burn her. So then that means that one was not a witch because she did burn. But you have to check.
Yep. I mean, what are you going to do? Better safe than sorry.
How else? Yeah. How else were you going to check? And then every time you're like, well, shoot. We did it again, guys.
Yep.
Time to pray. I don't know what comes after that. You're like, we all just kind of feel really bad about ourselves for like a week and then we forget.
Yeah. And then we forgot because witches.
Yeah. They
made us forget. We got to burn another one.
Yeah.
Got to do what you got to do.
You forget all about it. But you always come around to the same thought. Why didn't they make you forget that burning them was...
Hey, listen, I don't know why witches do what they do.
A lot of things.
But they do it. And what am I going to do about it?
Don't make sense.
Yeah.
Like the pointy hat.
Yeah. Who knows?
I think I'm going to be a witch for Halloween this year.
Weren't you a witch last year? And the year before?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I did a darn good job at it too. I have the perfect hat for it. I just got to get tights. I think I'm going to get orange tights this year.
Orange tights?
Yeah, I'm going
to
bring it up a notch.
Okay, so I'm trying to think if there's...
We were watching Platonic, which I'm watching separately because I like it so much. I had to rush through every episode ever made.
I wasn't... I was surprised that you liked it as much as you do because like one of the lead characters, the co-lead characters he's a white dude. Very broy.
Yeah.
And that seems to be something that is not up your alley.
But then his best friend is a mom, the middle-aged mom.
It evens it out.
Who dresses at Loft, so I relate to her. A lot of the times when she's on screen, I'm like, I own that outfit.
I mean, there's literally a sweater. Is it that show or is it?
What sweater?
Or am I thinking something else? I think it may. Yeah, I think there's like she's wearing the masculine and feminine. Isn't that the?
Oh, I don't know. I didn't notice that.
Yeah, she's wearing the masculine and feminine,
which I own because you gave to me.
Yeah, because I bought it for me.
Yeah.
And now you own it.
You gave it to me.
Yeah,
don't make it sound like I stole it.
Okay, well I gave it to you. Yeah, you just said it. Whatever.
Anyway, it's mine now.
But yeah. All of her, so you literally do have something that she's wearing in the show.
I just like how she's a boring mom, but she also has like a personality. She has like depth to her character. They're not just like, and then she's a mom and we just like put her off to the side and then like other things happen that are more interesting. And like also her relationship with her husband is like a real relationship. They're not just like, my husband, blah, blah, blah. Like it's not I don't know. I just think all the characters are written in a very realistic way, and I really enjoy
But
their, like, relationship.
here's the thing: like, even when I could be watching a show that I think is written very well, you will still be like, for instance, you couldn't watch The Big Lebowski because there was a white man at the center of it. And
I didn't say I couldn't. I watched the whole thing.
You didn't want to enjoy it.
Well, I was fresh off of dealing with a lot of white dudes in real life, so I was like, not again.
And
also, none of the women in that movie were real.
Well, no one was real in that movie. That's the whole point of it.
Well,
no, like,
I guess it was
there was a cowboy that does the narration, and you don't know if he's a real person or not.
Like, yeah, we never find out if he's like a hallucination.
But everyone in that.
What I really like about Platonic is that it's real characters that you can relate to. I relate to her character a lot, and like it brings up like that when she's shopping for her first day outfit and she's like stressed about it. That's like so relatable because I'm always like, I have to appeal to people, but also not look like I'm trying too hard, but also like I do, because if I just show up in shorts, it's gonna be like, I don't know, like I have to do like all these mental gymnastics. Like, she goes through a lot of stuff that I relate to, so I really like her character, and I think everybody else in her world is like built.
Yeah, I mean, I really enjoy the show.
Even the guy that's just meant to be the asshole, the investor, like at times shows real parts of himself because he's like further removed. We don't really know a lot, but
yeah, I think it's a really well written show. I hadn't heard of it, but then I started watching Seth Rogen's other show, The Studio. And then I started watching that, and then I saw that Platonic was a thing, and I was like, do I want to watch 2 Seth Rogen shows? I don't know.
Just this man all day long.
I don't know if I want to go that deep, even though like I am a fan. Like, I really enjoy what he did, because he's one of the people that it is really cool to see someone's growth throughout their career, because I watched him since day one. Like, his first show was like 99. He was on Freaks and Geeks, and I remember that show, and I've seen his progression from, writing and directing. And if you watch that show, he's not like a main character. And of all the people that are on that show, there's a lot of people that went on to be pretty famous. He's not one of the people that I would have thought that would have been, what he is now. So it's just like really cool to see someone's growth throughout, someone's like their whole maturation throughout their whole career. It's really cool to see. So he is a person that I really enjoy watching. So that's why I started watching Platonic, but like I was like, I'm watching this other show. I don't know if I
also those two, they do a lot of stuff together, right? Like that's probably the only time that they're not a couple in something that they do.
Yeah. She's great in everything. Like if I see her in Rose,
it's probably good.
Yeah, it's generally.
Remember, you didn't realize that she wasn't doing an American accent for the first time. Like, she plays an Australian.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm just
always amazed when people, like Nicole Kidman does it, but you're like, at this point, you're like, she could do it. She's always pretending to be American.
Yeah. There was this one, I was watching someone, I can't remember his name right now, but he was watching her do a Vogue, like I think it's Vogue, or maybe it's House and Garden or something. But like, it was one of those things where Nicole Kidman you're walking through her house.
Oh, the 73 questions.
73 questions. Is it Vogue?
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, Vogue. So, and they're like, ask her like to do an American accent. And I was like, you've done an American accent your entire life. And then like, she goes, howdy, y'all. I'm like, what?
Oh, really?
Yeah. I'm like,
she was like, I don't have time to get a character right now.
I'm like, your entire career, you've done an American accent, and they ask you.
Isn't it because she just married a country artist?
Yeah, she just. Yeah.
And when they did that 73 questions, she was showing off her like Texas home or Nashville.
I don't know if it was that home or not, but
the like vibe was very like country, so she was like. Yeah. Let me do like the country thing.
Yeah.
People have been talking about how when they asked her if she was a fan of his music before they got together, she was like, I have known of him for a very long time. Like she just couldn't say no.
Yeah.
That was awkward. She
Yeah,
was like,
she's
have you been a fan of his music for a long time? And she's like, howdy, y'all. Just kind of
like
back away
that.
from
That's
that
her
one.
idea of an American accent. I'm like, all right, whatever. Yeah, it was just weird. I'm just like, you're an actress. You've been doing this decades. You've done American accents a million times.
Yeah.
But if someone
She needs
asks,
time to get in
yeah,
character.
if
They
it's
can't
so
just
weird.
be like, be American. What now?
Just couldn't do it.
That 73 question thing's always very like, it feels very forced.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, I mean all that stuff.
They go through like questions ahead of time, I'm sure, and then they're like, a lot of the times the answer to a question is to like several questions is the same. They're like, what do people like about you? This. What do they hate about you? Also this.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it feels like Mateo Lane is the person I'm talking about. He's the comic that was watching. He was watching her do the 70.
Oh yeah, he
Mateo
does that.
Lane, yeah, it's all of that. Any type of like magazine interview, especially like a walk through a house, that always feels so fake, and it feels so of a different time. Like no one, I don't know. I guess there is a certain person that wants to see that, but I don't know. I feel like that's not something.
Like conspiracy theory that people who like celebrities who did, maybe it's not 73 questions, but like somehow welcomed the public into their home, ended up most of the time selling that house. Like that was basically like an ad for the house. And so like they were using their fame to up the value of a property and then be like, and now it's for sale. And then like 3 years later, they do another one and they're at this is my new home in like Malibu. And this is like, all this was designed for me. This is what I love. And then it turns out they sell it and so on. Like they just keep moving.
I mean, I would not be surprised.
Scam.
I wouldn't say like everyone that ever did that did that, but
like,
I certainly feel like
the same place for a while.
There's definitely like a percentage of people that definitely did. That definitely feels.
I think it was. I don't remember. I think it was like a YouTube video I watched of somebody who was like following through and then seeing like the receipts of like this is how many houses they've done videos of, and then they sell off really well.
Yeah, that definitely feels like there's definitely a certain amount of people that have done that. So. Platonic. Have we watched any movies lately? I rewatched Sinners
because you saw a podcast about it.
I mean, it's just people like since it came out. There's people people have just been talking about it the whole time. And I rewatched it, and what I mostly got from a lot is that it is so much better to watch a movie in a theater. Like it just. I remember
we watched that in theaters, right? The first time?
we watched it in theaters the first time. And it is completely different. Like watching it, it looks so much better. Like the first scene when the twins are talking at the car and they're passing a cigarette back and forth. It was one of the most amazing things I saw in the theater. And when you watch it on TV, you're like, all right, yeah. Yeah, you kind of get it. And part of it is, I guess it's because I, just saw it, so I know what's going to happen, but still it just feels. And also Ryan Coogler, who is the person who wrote and directed it, he did like a whole like 5-minute like behind the scenes where he explains why he recorded in a bunch of different formats, and it's in theaters in a bunch of different formats, and he just talks about why he did it in so many ways, and that sounds like very boring, but if you watch him do it, it's the most like it's very interesting.
So all the formats are then put together into the one movie, or
no? You can go TV and see it.
Different.
Yeah, there's a TV version, and then it's in different theaters. Like it'll be like in IMAX, or in different.
How are they filming all that at the same time?
He filmed. I don't know. I don't know if it's all. He has like a bunch of different cameras that are doing it all at the same time.
It's really difficult. The final cut be like, okay, do we have all the different footage of all the different scenes, and then they're all 3 or 4 or whatever they're the same?
I mean, because like there's so many different types of he goes through like this is the film, this is what it looks like, this is how wide it actually is. Some film goes like up and down through the camera, some goes horizontal through the camera, how it's doing it, like why I shot, like when you look at this scene in this way, you can see all of this, and then
I never knew that. I thought it was just TV, like, boop, make it smaller.
Yeah, when you watch it on TV, like they'll cut off certain parts, and you can't see like the whole thing. And it's just so much better in the theater. And like, you don't. I
Maybe
mean, like
you'll be at the Tomorrow Theater someday.
Yeah, like you know that, like in your head, like intellectually, you know that it's better. But like when you actually like, I just saw this movie in theaters and now I'm watching it on TV. I'm like, oh, there's a noticeable difference.
Yeah,
it's not.
People were saying that about what's that movie that Isabel loves that came out with the witches?
Part 1, 2, 3, or 4. Whichever one is the fourth one is her favorite one.
No, like the oh my god, Wicked.
Okay.
It's a really big deal.
You couldn't think of Wicked.
I couldn't think of Wicked.
Okay.
People were saying that about Wicked, like when...
That's probably true, yeah.
What's the first movie? Oh my god, I have the worst brain.
The Wizard of Oz?
Yeah, like The Wizard of Oz had beautiful coloring. Everything, like, obviously we didn't see it in theaters because that was a long time ago. Yeah. But everything was like, when it was colored in, right? Like everything's so bright. And then for the Wicked, even though it's like technology has really improved, you would assume it'd be brighter than the old... I sounded like Chandler Bing. It would be. Right? Then a lot of the sets were real. So there's like, why couldn't it be brighter? And a lot of it is because the newer cameras to like fit in all of the CGI, which is not a lot when you think about like they build all the sets as well. So the CGI is really just like fitting in the ends or whatever, like how you were saying, like the extra stuff that we can't see when it's not in the theater. But it really like dulls down the coloring, and the whole movie was very like meh, like not very bright at all. And it feels like a waste because they did so much work on they planted so many real tulips. And then they just look dull? Why did they do that?
Yeah, there's so many people say that for like a lot of Marvel movies, all kind of look bland.
They all look really dark too. And it's like, can we turn the lights on? Like, what is happening?
Yeah, well, DC films, like the DC films are famous for looking very dark and pale. And Marvel films are like, they're colorful, but they're very...
in a dark way.
Yeah, it's not. And part of it is just... like how it's shot, or like they're trying to appeal to so many people at once that they can't really like commit to one thing.
Yeah, the whole thing looks like you're wearing sunglasses.
Yeah.
Like you're like, I know that's red, but is it?
Yeah. We
also watched The Gilded Age, which I am obsessed with.
Talk more.
I watched the whole thing,
your obsession,
and then I started from the beginning again. I don't know what it is. I just really love that show. I love a period piece in general.
What is it about a period piece?
I think I don't know. I this is my theory. I think women like period pieces because it's like blatantly sexist. It was kind of nice when it was like, listen, you're a piece of meat to all of us. You're worthless. And you have to get married or else you're going to live outside in the mud. Like this is it's pretty cut and dry here. You have no choices. You can't have it all. You really can't. Like it's just, I don't know how else to tell you that you're worthless. And it's just very like, very clear. Like that's what has to happen. Like everybody's just like, women want to get married, not because they're like dumb little brainless housewives. It's because they need this for survival. And it's just very like interesting to look back and see like the institution of marriage was the whole bulk of their brain was just like thinking about how am I going to find a husband, and is he's going to have to provide, and like also do I like him? Doesn't matter, put that aside, just think about other things. Where are my friends going to go? And then like if my husband wants to move, we're going to move, and I'm going to end up wherever the fuck, which he like, I don't know, I don't have choices. But then they try to make it romantic too. It's just like, and then also The Buccaneers is another one that I'm watching this like period. And in that also everybody's trying to get married, but also there's a love triangle, and the main character keeps changing her mind about what she wants, which like when you think about being 19 or 20 years old, you're like, of course you're going to change your mind all the time. But like every decision that they make is so final. And then it's just like telenovela ridiculous, like the logic behind stuff, but at the same time you're like, I mean, she's 20, like of course she's gonna make dumb choices. It doesn't seem that far off.
The dumb choices have higher stakes.
Yeah, just a lot of really high stakes.
Yeah. But you tried to watch Downton Abbey, which is the same person that made
The Buccaneers?
No, not the Buccaneers.
Gilded Age?
Gilded Age. Same person, but you didn't enjoy that.
Yeah,
You said it
maybe
was
I
too
should
slow.
try again. This was a long time ago.
I really enjoyed Downton Abbey.
Downton Abbey's in theaters right now, and I kind of want to see it, but
What do you mean?
I'm not gonna know what anything is
Because it's a TV show.
It's like the final is in theaters.
Okay. I really liked Downton Abbey, but I don't. Maybe it's because I didn't watch Gilded Age from the beginning. But there is. I just don't. No, I hadn't. I think I didn't start watching it until you started watching it in the second season.
So yeah, you gotta go back.
And I don't. Do you feel like a connection with the characters the whole way through? Like when something happens, when someone falls in love with someone else, does it? Like, do you feel connected to the character?
No.
Because with Downton Abbey, you feel like when something happens, maybe it's because it is so slow.
Mm-hmm.
I personally don't think it was slow, but if you thought it was slow, because it's building up to something. So that when something happens, when somebody gets their heart broken, like you really feel it because you know that person and you understand that dynamic between those two people.
Yeah.
When something happens, if someone dies,
maybe
or something
they've changed the way that they write things since Downton Abbey to accommodate for those of us who don't have a long attention span. Because what I like about Gilded Age is that there's so many characters. It's almost theatrical. Like there's always a bunch of moving pieces, and this person does that, and then but now do they know the other person? Do they know that they're doing that? And then that's actually their cousin. That's their cousin's second sister from their mother's side. And so you have to be building this family tree and remembering what's going on, and things keep moving.
I think it's the Shonda Rhimes. I feel like the more modern period pieces is the Shonda Rhimes effect, where what's the show? Do you know who Shonda Rhimes is? Well, she is a producer on one of the shows that you watch. It is the period. It's about the woman that she's writing letters secretly. Like there's one person in the camp that's writing letters secretly about other people in society. She's saying negative things. What's the name of that show?
It's that show, Bridgerton.
That's Shonda Rhimes.
Yeah.
Her stuff is very soap opera-y. Mm-hmm. And she kind of blind cast everyone. So no matter what race you are, whatever, everybody.
That's the biggest difference between Bridgerton and Gilded Age is that Bridgerton did not address why there's randomly people of color there. Yeah. And then they did, and they did it wrong. So it was maybe you shouldn't have said anything.
Yeah. So I think that show, which is, I think precedes it a little bit, not a whole lot, but that kind of changed the idea of how you're supposed to do a period piece. Mm-hmm. And that is kind of baked into Gilded Age, I think. Not to that extent.
Yeah.
But I think that's kind of built into
the drama of it all, you mean?
Yeah. Because Shonda Rhimes, her TV show, she does How to Get Away with Murder. And what's the one with I think her name's, she's the president. I don't know if she's the president or whatever.
West Wing?
No, not West Wing.
Beep?
Not Beep.
I only know so many president related shows.
But she's done a lot of very they take place in a public, it's kind of not normal, but the White House, but it's very, very dramatic. It's a soap opera type thing. And she's done a lot of shows. I'm trying to think of one. It's just
gonna be called something generic, like Mr. President or something. You're gonna be right.
Maybe she was a writer. This says Grey's Anatomy, but I feel maybe, I don't know.
I watched Grey's Anatomy.
You watched Grey's Anatomy?
I watched the whole thing.
I don't know.
That was coming out when I was in high school, so I had a lot of time in my hands.
She was a writer on that. I don't know if she created it, but she's a writer on that.
Grey's Anatomy is the ultimate soap opera thing where you're guys, stop going back and forth.
That's what I mean. It's in a.
It was your boyfriend, and now it's your cousin, and now it's your cousin's best friend. You're
it's in a quote unquote normal place that you've seen TV shows before, but it's just so dramatic. Mm-hmm. And Scandal, this is the show that I'm talking about, which takes place in the White House, but it's so dramatic.
I've never seen it.
And so I think she's Maybe Gilded. I could have swore she was a part of that show, but maybe I'm completely making it up.
Such a liar.
Shonda Rhimes was involved in the early development of a different Gilded Age project, Gilded Ladies.
Didn't take off. So the Buccaneers and Gilded Age are both during the same time, right?
I think so.
Because that one also has a layer of like Americans end up in England, and that brings in a lot of drama. Like it's totally different upbringing and stuff.
Yeah. So yeah, she's a part of. Yeah, she created How to Get Away with Murder, Bridgerton. I guess Grey's Anatomy is a spinoff of Private Practice. I never knew that.
I watched Private Practice too.
And the political thriller Scandal.
No, Private Practice is a spinoff of Grey's Anatomy.
Is a spinoff? I don't know. Well, I don't know. This is
because it was just one of the doctors.
That's what it says.
From Grey's Anatomy. Okay. Which are real doctors, I believe.
But like the stuff she does, I mean, it's cool. She's a Black woman. I'm glad she has her own production company. She's doing really well. But like her stuff is just like way, I can't. Yeah, it's too dramatic. And,
I like Bridgerton because of how ridiculous it is. Because I like that it's also funny. Like it's dramatic, but it's also like we know this is too dramatic. Like we know.
But I think
very
like
self-aware in that way.
That type of thing, because it became so popular, it kind of influenced it. So when you came back, when the guy who made
Gilded Age,
Downton Abbey created Gilded Age, that was kind of baked into it when he was like, okay, drama. I need to amp it up a little bit.
Yeah. Well, also like Downton Abbey is historically way before, right? Yeah. So it's like how much, I mean, I guess drama could have, but I feel like the Americans bring like, this is like the new world order. Like you can do whatever you want.
Yeah.
Type of thing, like really adds to the drama, because otherwise in Downton Abbey, I didn't watch the whole thing. I like started it, but like the whole vibe was like, that's not proper. Don't do that. And then like they don't. That's it.
The end.
The end. They're like, actually those cups are Downton Abbey cups. Did I tell you that?
Yeah, I think I knew that. Yeah.
A friend gave me those, even though I don't like Downton Abbey.
They just thought that you would enjoy
cups. I like vintagey things.
Okay.
But yeah, they just like polish the silverware. I don't know, like what I need to watch the show and I can probably make fun of it.
In my opinion,
it's pretty slow.
Yeah, it is.
I have a joke about it, even though I haven't seen.
Yeah, even though you haven't seen it, you have a joke about it.
Just feel like 45 minutes of doing the wash sounds correct. How long is every episode? An hour?
Probably.
It's just 45 minutes on just laundry.
Yeah.
Just like that. There's also a Spanish show called El Gran Hotel. And it's like a Downton Abbey inspired. And it's a big hotel. El Gran Hotel. Okay. And somewhere in Spain.
For non-Spanish speakers.
Non-Spanish speakers about a big hotel. It's actually not that big, but maybe by the standards of the time it was. But I remember just now because they have this scene where they're going by the laundry room and they're like, oh, it smells like lavender. And it's like, oh yeah, like lavender is the way that we keep linens from smelling or whatever. And like that was like a history lesson, almost like lavender was like the origins of suds and how to get cleats to be cloned. Cleats to be cloned, clothes to be cleaned. Oh my god, I'm so dyslexic. But like that show I enjoyed, even though they're literally doing laundry for the longest time. And then there's like a whole episode just when they're like trying to figure out what's wrong with the candles. There's a whole episode and there's like somebody like got the wrong fucking candle.
It's a big deal.
And then later on they get power. It's like, oh my god, we have power in the hotel now. They don't have to have candles anymore. It's really like, it's probably just as slow as Downton Abbey, but I really enjoy that one. But it also has like secret rooms and like affairs and love triangles, and it's also got like drama.
Like the grandmother of all those shows is a show called Upstairs Downstairs, which is, I mean, it's almost
kind of on the nose with that.
Yeah, no, it's like almost literally it's the rich people versus the people that work downstairs.
Yeah,
but like it was from the 70s, and then after it went
What's
off,
the period
went off the
of
air.
time?
I think it's around about the same time as Downton Abbey.
Oh, like a long time ago.
Yeah, long time ago. Whatever that means.
Time.
Whatever that means to you.
Fuck ton of guitars.
And then, and
that's what we call a callback.
Yeah, that's what we call a callback an hour later.
Yeah.
And then like they brought it back in the 2010s. I don't know if anyone watched it. Maybe that I don't think it's on anymore. I think it lasted like 2 seasons.
I watched the French version of that when I thought I could learn French.
Upstairs, downstairs?
Yeah, it's like it's not exactly called that, but it's about Spanish people moving to France to work because Spain was much more poor than France. And so they like it follows like a handful of Spanish maids that move into French homes and they live downstairs, and the whole like there's a language barrier and there's like a cultural barrier, and they're trying to figure out how to make like proper French eggs, and it's very boring, but it's slow. So when you're trying to learn a language, is like better because it takes forever. That's what the Grand Hotel is a good one for.
Isn't there?
If you're learning Spanish because it's moving so slow.
Isn't there a show that actually was created to teach people Spanish?
There's a bunch, I think.
Yeah, there's like shows where they in the beginning they talk like in a very stilted like Spanish, like so that you can understand, and then as the show progresses they speak faster.
Yeah,
I feel like there was a show that was actually like created for that, to teach people Spanish.
Yeah,
but it's like from decades ago. I don't know like what era, but like it was a long time ago. It was to teach people how to speak Spanish.
I think El Gran Hotel is Netflix produced, and then The Heist is what it's called in English. I don't remember what it's called in Spanish, but that's like also a Spanish show made in Spain by Netflix. That's like good if you're learning Spanish. And Club de Cuervos, that's a Mexican one, also by Netflix. But I don't know that one would be very good if you're learning Spanish because it's more Mexican slang. The Spanish ones are less. They're more like Madrid plain Spanish.
Yeah.
So those are my recommendations for people trying to learn Spanish.
There you go. If you're trying to learn Spanish.
And stop asking me to help you because I don't got that kind of skills.
Yeah. That's anxiety twins, guys.
You feeling anxious?
I'm feeling anxious about learning Spanish.
Nice.
My name is Lee H. Showman.
I'm Andrea Menchaca.
Thank you for listening to Anxiety Twins. We will see you guys later.
Thank you very much.
Bye.